All bad.
Michael Reeves is a YouTuber known for his crazy machines and comedy. At this point in time, Michael's videos are averaging about 10 million plus views. So calling the channel successful is a little bit of an understatement. But if you take a look at his channel, you'll see he only posts about once or twice a year, which normally is a death sentence for YouTube channels. There are two ways to succeed on YouTube. The first way is to follow the meta. The algorithm. Use keywords in the title. Put giant red circles and arrows on the thumbnail. Post as much as possible so YouTube has to acknowledge your existence. And I mean, if you're physically capable of posting 2 videos a day, do it. This is the way that is preached and followed by 99% of YouTubers. The other way is to make genuinely amazing and unique content, period. And that is what Michael Reeves does. Even though his most recent video was 8 months ago, it's clear people are willing to wait. So what makes Michael's content good enough to succeed? The obvious is his skill in machines and robots. They say to succeed on YouTube, you need to have a niche, something that you offer viewers that other YouTubers don't. There is another channel that covered the same topic. I talk about things. If you want to check out his video after mine, feel free to. While robotics isn't the rarest thing to find on YouTube, you're definitely not finding your average YouTuber programming machines. But it's not just about building those machines and robots. It's about what those machines and robots do. And the ideas he comes up with are very unique. I'm just gonna read some of his titles. I gave my goldfish $50,000 to trade stocks. Teaching a robot to pee beer. Trigger Me Elmo, world's first race detecting toy. These are video ideas that probably no one else on YouTube could come up with. So his ideas are unique, but what about the actual content? Simply put, amazing. Michael's comedy is probably what he's most known for. It's extremely chaotic, and unfortunately, I don't think I can show how crazy he gets, but trust me, he gets there. His editing style is also just incredible. It's hard for me to explain or even show how incredible it is. It's just one of those things where you have to see it for yourself. But it's clear how much effort he's willing to put into one video. An example of how much effort he'll put in his video. This man drove from Los Angeles, California, all the way to Boston, Massachusetts for a 5-second bit. My American audience already gets how insane that is. For my non-American viewers, that's a 44-hour drive. You could drive from end to end in Ukraine twice, and it wouldn't even be as long from going coast to coast America once. So that's why Michael Reeves is successful despite his upload schedule. But how does he manage to stay relevant? It's one thing to post viral videos, but it's a whole other challenge to stay relevant. Well, Michael Reeves isn't only on Michael Reeves. But before we get into that, if you're enjoying the video so far or you're a regular watcher of my content, just remember to hit subscribe. Less than 5% of my views are actually from subscribers. Sometimes you're enjoying your video and just forget to subscribe. Or maybe you have commitment issues. In 2019, Michael Reeves joined Offline TV, a content group made up of, at the time, Skara, Pokimane, Disguised Toast, Lily Pichu, Ivani, and A Piece of Garbage, and later joined by Quarter Jade, Sidion, and Masayoshi. They mainly do challenges but occasionally make vlog type stuff and comedy videos. Even though OTV videos are very different from Michael's type of content, he still manages to keep the same type of humor. And Michael still plays video games with his friends on their streams, and sometimes appears live on Lily Pichu's stream, a streamer on YouTube. And of course, he has met the coveted status of fan-made compilations. He's still in content often enough for us to remember and experience him, but also stays distant enough for us to be excited and anticipate his next video. Not to mention, this man's also just doing side quests that unintentionally keep him relevant, like boxing in the Creator Clash, and being considered one of the best boxers in it. But there's one last quick thing I need to mention. None of this is on purpose. On an old OTV podcast, they talked about Michael's mindset with making content.
It's like Ryan, also Michael, who just,
Just
relatively
does what he
new.
wants when he
Yeah, it's like, I'm just gonna play with my friends. I don't give a if you like the game or not. I'm just gonna cultivating that kind of audience is really good.
For Michael, it simply boils down to doing what he wants to do when he wants to do it, which in this day and age on YouTube, to meet with this level of success is an extremely impressive feat. The biggest possible shout out to Jesse F., my first ever Patreon donator. I cannot emphasize enough how excited I am about this. For the next 2 videos, I want to do a special deal. For the first 20 people, whichever tier you pick, you will get the tier above it. Using Jesse as an example, the tier they chose would normally just get their username on the end card, but in this case, I am verbally shouting them out, the tier that is right above it. I will make sure to post an announcement when the 20 slots are taken up on all my platforms. If it somehow fills up faster than anticipated, I will create extra slots, but I really don't expect that to happen. If you want to support the channel but can't financially, I completely understand. The best way you can do that is by subscribing, liking, and commenting. So thank you guys for a great 2022, and let's hope for bigger and better things in 2023. Dude, it's every day. Like, I swear to God, I live in Tennessee, and I'm hearing sirens like I live in New York City. All of this can be fixed with a single light post next to my house. It's time for a siren update. This is the 6th fire truck to pass by my house.